What do catching sharks with bare hands, jumping off tall wooden towers, extreme tribal tattooing, and cannibalism have in common? They all exist in the Pacific, a region where few people live scattered across remote islands. If you look at a world map, you can't even see them, but there are plenty of hidden cultures and wonders that nobody knows about. I traveled to every country in the region, and in this 1-hour documentary, we'll discover the uniqueness of each independent nation, starting with the island where humans eat other humans, and if you dare go there, you must be careful. Cannibalism has been around for millenniums, but there's still one island where it is practiced to this day. I'm walking through the jungle in Papua right now. They're all holding bow and arrows behind me. Okay, yeah, okay. We trekked more than 1 hour through leech-infested, rain-soaked jungles to reach the mysterious tribe.
I'm tired.
This guy in front of us, he's leading us the way, and the way that they're speaking to them is just screaming through the jungle. I think we're getting close, man. They're talking back.
Yeah.
That moment of first contact is something I'll never forget.
Woo! 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 Woo!
Oh, man. Oh! Whoa. Hello. Hello. Hi. Entré. Hello. Ah, Kotre.
So when you meet like this guy, you will say Kotre, I Kotre. I Kotre.
Hi, Kotre.
Yeah, I Kotre.
Hi, Kotre. Everything that I hear about, like when I Google the tribes here, they talk about life 30, 40 years ago, you know, and they were eating people. So can I ask him about that?
He was explained, Mamuna tribe is never eat people, but the people kill and eat is faraway tribe.
I quickly came to find out that this is actually the Mamuna tribe, not the faraway tribe. I was misled here by Martin, but I decided to stay because both tribes live in the same rainforest and they have very similar cultures and lifestyles. The first time this tribe laid eyes on a foreign human was just 35 years ago. Right away, upon first interaction, I am thrown into a scene of the Mamuna preparing sago, a starch that is extracted from tropical palm trees only found here in the Papuan jungle. It is their primary source of nutrition. I really want to know, like, what does human taste like?
But because they don't know. But the Faraway people
But
taste like pig, milk.
It tastes like a male pig.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When you were younger, were you scared of other people eating you?
He ever see some people coming to kill, but yeah, he's scared. When he see, he's just scared about them. Dibayo, kurai kita, dibaye.
That was amazing. God, you got these young kids just with an axe cutting down this tall tree. It's got to be 80 feet tall, this tree. Oh, I guess when all the kids run away, I should know to run away too. Dude, this tree is huge. It's half fallen already. Putting the final touches on it. You need help? Me? Alright, I'm gonna help him finish it off. Holy shit. Man, if you grow up in the jungle, you get strong pretty quickly. Handling that axe at a young age. It's crazy how much they get from trees. The food, the shelter, beds, everything comes from the tree. Morning, bro. Is it good? Yeah. I definitely got bit by so many bugs. Oh, I smell bad. Why are you sleeping there?
I'm getting cold.
You're cold? Otis,
Yes,
where's the toilet?
it's up to you.
I really don't understand how I can have so many mosquito bites and spider bites if I was covering my body from head to toe. I'm telling you, these bites on my body. Look at that. Well, let's just hope it's not malaria. This is a special moment. They've invited me in their house as they're cooking sago for breakfast. Okay, thank you. It's kind of like bread with this really chewy texture. That is so interesting. The taste is good. It tastes kind of like starch, but the texture is like... I've never had anything like this in my life. We're chilling here for breakfast and this guy just rolls up with a bow and arrow. The Mamuna started getting ready to embark on their morning hunt, and I accepted their invitation to join them. Hey. Oh my god, I'm scared, dude. They have a really cool way of calling people in the jungle when they get lost. Like that. It's so fascinating. This is really cool. So they're all hunting around me. They're hunting for worms. Can I ask him about his what he's wearing?
So this is the tail to be strong. According to size, he has to make close with the belt.
It's crazy. They scream. These people just scream. I don't know what's going on. Every time they scream, I get scared because they're all holding bow and arrows. Dude, this is so wild. It's crazy how you can just put your full trust in people without even knowing them. Gotta be careful with that bow and arrow. I have him on watch at all times. Like, as soon as he starts pointing that, I run away. I don't think he's gonna shoot me, but it's in the back of my mind. These women are warriors, just breaking down branches with their bare feet, clearing the path. He literally just cut down this tree and made a walkway over the deep swamp. If I fall, I got 2 cameras in my hands. Whew. For a self-reliant tribe not so far removed from cannibalism, what's the takeaway? Mine is simple. The Mamunas are just like me and you. They love, they hate, they laugh, and they cry. While one man may rise above the others as a leader, another may reserve a more spiritual role in society. To call this tribe uncivilized is downright incorrect. They foster relationships and value family in a way that is lost to our smartphones. The best thing we can do as travelers is to respect their traditions and learn from them by applying their values to our daily lives. I am just extremely grateful to break saga with these people and touch each other's minds as equal cut from the same clay. The eastern side of Papua Island is known to be the most diverse place on Earth, with 860 unique languages being spoken among its 10 million residents. Welcome to Papua New Guinea! Try to imagine a country the size of California with 1/6 the population and 860 uniquely spoken languages. That's one language for every 8,200 people.
Thank you.
That's so difficult. It's not even your tribe, but you can speak it.
Well, people like one skin color.
Most people speak at least 4 or 5 different languages.
Or even crazier, 12% of all the world's languages are in this tiny country.
Hello, dihika koyari.
Nabi lemsen paronim kanda.
Na gaksimbuta mukha.
Mi uksi.
Not only is Papua New Guinea the most culturally and linguistically diverse nation on Earth, but it's also the most rural. 82% of people live in rural areas outside of cities like Port Moresby, and they're all so friendly. The country's terrain is mostly mountainous, with rolling foothills and lovely coastal lowlands. The water is as beautiful as in Fiji, but unlike Fiji, Papua New Guinea is not built for tourism, as few outsiders venture down here. It's like an unexplored wonderland of greenery. Most roads are not paved.
It's gonna be 4x4 time.
4x4 time. There are few hotels in town, and nothing else when you get out. It's just a wild adventure that I still cannot comprehend. But I came to wonder, how can you combine 1,000 tribes in a small country like this? How can they all get along without knowing each other or speaking each other's language? The answer is, it's not easy. In fact, it's a constant struggle that locals are facing today.
It's challenging to bring together, all these different tribes. Family and clan lines are still, the priority for most people. And we do have traditional practice of tribal fighting, and it happens in our highlands regions very frequently.
If you travel 1,100 miles northwest of PNG, you will find what I think is the most pristine country in the region called Palau. I went on a crazy journey to this land of 18,000 residents with the goal to meet one person, the president. Holy crap. First views outside in Palau. The color of this water. It is beautiful. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna meet the president. At this point, I'm just kind of waiting for someone on his team to email me or let me know a plan or a meeting time. So instead of wasting time right now, I'm gonna go all around Palau, the main island here of Koror, and show you guys exactly what's happening. Here we go. Palau is located in the middle of the South Pacific, somewhere in between the Philippines and Indonesia. It's one of the world's least populous nations with about 18,000 residents, but it's famous for having some of the most pristine and untouched seas on Earth, a scuba diver's paradise. Just went up to our first dive spot, which is a seaplane from World War II, which is right below us. Here goes nothing. Words cannot explain how incredible the underwater life is in Palau. It's like something you'd see in a David Attenborough documentary. I've been on about 40 dives around the world, and this is absolutely number one. Being surrounded by so many beautiful creatures makes me feel grateful to be alive. Two sharks, one turtle. That was awesome. We were like following the turtle around. Somehow we were able to communicate like perfectly.
It managed to work. We had some good communication down there.
My second dive was at the famous Jellyfish Lake, the thing I was most excited to see in Palau. What is Jellyfish Lake?
It is salt water. It's not freshwater lake. And it got closed off thousands of years ago. Jellyfish were trapped inside with no natural predators. They lost their ability to sting.
So you're saying we can actually swim with the jellyfish?
Oh yeah, I've done it my whole life.
Let's do it, bro. Millions upon millions of beautiful jellyfish were swimming around me, as if I had entered another galaxy. I could literally hear the sound of my heart beating out of my chest. It was unbelievable. We finished diving and I just got a text message. We got word that the meeting with the president is on for tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Oh my God, I gotta be ready for this one. This is gonna be crazy. Good morning, guys. It's about 7:15 a.m. here. And in about 2 hours from now, I have a meeting scheduled with the president of Palau. I'm a little bit nervous, pretty excited to meet my very first president and have a lot of questions for him, which I'm hopefully gonna document and share with you guys and get his thoughts on many things. So here we go. Here goes nothing. Let's gonna rain, maybe, so we're gonna have to be a little bit cautious about the weather, but it's gonna be a hell of an experience, and can't wait to meet him and ask him a bunch of questions about the life in Palau and what it feels like to be a president. We are just moments away from arriving at the national capital, which is really interesting because there's not much around it except for beautiful greenery. There's not like, we're not in a town like we were in Karora. We just kind of drove 45 minutes to come way out here, and then in the distance we can see a little Capitol building, a beautiful looking building on top of a hill, which is pretty special, pretty unique here in Palau. This is almost surreal to see this building here. Perfectly manicured Capitol building in the middle of jungle with a beach behind it. Can't believe the president of Palau is in there and he's willing to meet me. Very, very special moment for me here. First thing I noticed is this Friendship Forever plaque between Palau and Taiwan. I see the word executive written a lot on these buildings. Executive building. Can't believe I made it here. He's here. He just rolled up in a car. Your Excellency.
Ali!
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
I flew from around the world for this moment right now.
Welcome to Palau and beautiful sunshine today.
Yeah, it's a little sticky out here, but you know.
I hope you have some sunscreen on.
Yep, I bought some of that sunscreen in the market.
Ocean safe, right?
Ocean safe.
That's all we sell in Palau.
I just want to say this is a very special moment for me because I've been to 195 countries now and I've never met a past or current president, so it's very much an honor for me.
You know, it's a privilege for Palau to have you visit us, and hopefully this will be an opportunity to share Palau with the world.
Wonderful.
If you could sign in.
Oh, sure. All right. How do people here feel about YouTube?
That's the only thing I watch these days.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know,
you're going to be on YouTube now.
Cable is not something that, you know, you don't have time for it. And the great thing about YouTube is, you know, you watch news, you watch shows, and you just, you know, you can fast forward and stop.
Absolutely.
So it's efficient for me.
Yeah.
That I don't have time. So
great. Well, you're definitely going to be on my YouTube channel. Do you consume like travel content on YouTube?
I saw the PNG one. I was watching Yemen.
Yemen. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
those are some good stories.
Yeah, I thought those were cool.
It's pretty fascinating to travel to all different countries in the world and just kind of see the differences. And 99.9% of people in the world are good people. Unless you travel, you don't realize that because you watch the news and you hear about the, you know, the murders and all that, you know.
And I saw Iran because that was an interesting one, and the people there. I thought, you know, that's great.
They're wonderful people. You know. What does it feel like to be a president of a nation?
Sometimes there's a lot on your shoulders because, you know, it's people's lives that you're dealing with.
Right.
Especially in challenging times, that's always, I think, the biggest challenge that you have.
Sure.
Is, am I making the right decision?
Yeah.
Am I putting people's lives at risk? And that's, but other than that, I find it enjoyable because, you know, I feel like I'm making a difference.
Right.
And using my talents, you know, to the best of my ability to help others. Because at the end of the day, it's about serving people and doing all we can to make their lives better.
A lot of people, especially Americans, we maybe have heard of Palau. I take that back. Most people have not heard of Palau.
That's right, that's right.
In the world. I've been telling my friends and family, and I'm going to Palau, and they're like, what is that? What do you want to say about your country to those people?
Well, Palau is very unique. We only have 20,000 people. So it's a small place with a few people, but we're loving people. And we welcome you to come and visit us, learn about our culture, right. See our beautiful environment, some of the challenges that we face, for example, climate change.
Right.
And it's a big global issue. Palau has the opportunity next year to host our Oceans Conference. And it's an important conference because it's going to bring world leaders to Palau and really focus on the ocean because we're a small island country, but impacted by climate change, by marine pollution.
Right.
And it's how to strike that balance of combating climate change, but at the same time having a sustainable fishery, having a sustainable blue economy.
Right.
I think Palau has the opportunity as a small place to be a leader.
Right.
As a large ocean state.
Yeah, I feel like Palau is just putting their foot forward in sustainability. I mean, when I entered the country, I had to sign a declaration on my passport.
The Palau Pledge, yes.
I mean, I've been to every country but two, and I've never had to do that.
It's important for us to take care of our environment because it is not only what sustains us. I mean, it provides our food, but also in this modern world, it's what brings tourists here too.
Right.
So we have to take care of it, and we ask our visitors to come and share the same values.
Right. Oh my God, that was an incredible experience to meet the president, and I thought it was gonna be a quick meeting. He gave me 2 hours of his time, was able to sit down with him, ask him questions, and just feel really comfortable around him, which was just really special. Let's turn our attention to the world's least visited country called Nauru, which gets less than 200 visitors every year. So we are here walking to get across town in Nauru, and we're just happened to walk through the airport, and literally if we wanted to, we could walk on the runway right there. What do you guys think about it? Crazy stuff. So what exactly is there to do here? The short answer is not much. How are you? One hospital, there it is. There's a handful of restaurants, shops, ATMs, and supermarkets. That one's the primary school? The blue, white one. There are 2 hotels, 1 bank, 1 fire station, 1 post office, and that's about it. Do you have movie theaters?
No movie theaters. So a lot of people are on the internet to connect with the outside world. There's a strong movie culture. People got a lot of DVDs. There's a strong sort of still family connection in Nauru.
So yes, a nice local life does exist in the form of 10,000 residents. They are very patriotic. They got flags and symbols of Nauru all over the country. And they speak Nauruan.
Kamuuramo.
Kawauramo.
Yes.
And that just means hello.
Yep.
And what about like thank you or something?
Thank you. You say Tubakar.
So I want to say like my name is Drew. How do I say that?
Ego.
Ego?
Drew.
Oh, it's easy. Ego Drew. But a lack of activities on the island and a passion for eating unhealthy food has led the people here to be quite lazy.
Food draws family together. The fish, rice nowadays, and then we've got all the great imported meats like rump steak and all that, chicken.
Nauru holds the crown for being the most obese country per capita at 71%, and it certainly shows. What else is happening in Nauru? The nature is incredible. There's a wonderful lagoon. There are beautiful beaches and lots of greenery. We are here on the beach, and as you might expect, it is amazing. Look at this nature of these rocks coming out of the sand. Water is super blue and crystal clear. This is the Pacific Islands, my friends. As we are next to the equator, it's obnoxiously hot and humid year-round, especially right now during rainy season. The only accepted currency is the Australian dollar, and make sure to bring a lot of cash before arriving because the ATMs often run out. Things are pretty expensive here, like really expensive, because everything needs to be imported, mostly from Australia.
Cheesy bites.
There are 2 embassies on the island, Taiwan and Australia, as well as some World War II historical landmarks. But some things aren't so nice, like the piles of trash and junkyards seen on the side of the streets. Need any car parts? As for sports, many people like to play the Australian invention of footy, but Nauru is world renowned for one sport that takes place in the gym: weightlifting.
Yeah, we are built close to the ground like tanks. But the international powerlifting events, we have world record holders.
That's incredible.
Here in Nauru. For the size of Nauru, it's incredible.
While Nauru feels like its own bubble, you might be surprised to discover the quirkiness of the nearby Marshall Islands, a place that idolizes America.
During Super Bowl, a lot of people tend to skip work or, make up excuses just to go to the bar or, visit their families.
I walked into a supermarket today and I immediately found my comfort zone. Cheerios, Raisin Bran, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I ate these like every single day as a kid. Barb's root beer. This is so funny. It's so geyser. It's like the water at Sam's Club. Kool-Aid. What up, home? When you travel all over the Pacific Islands, it's so nice to come to Marshall and see all these American products. I'm seriously going nuts right now. Everyone in this country speaks fluent English. With American accents and slang.
I don't know, man. It is what it is.
Their favorite sport is basketball. The only accepted currency is US dollars. Their favorite beer is Bud Light. Their outlets are Americanized, just like their gas stations. Mobile, very American. They use miles, Fahrenheit, and feet.
Yeah, I'm 5'7".
I actually think you're 5'5". Their TV stations include Fox News, ESPN, and Cartoon Network. There's a large American military base on one of the islands. About 1/3 of the Marshallese people have migrated to the US, and their school system follows the red, white, and blue.
My name is Jeanette Drew, and I am from the US. My position is the elementary principal / classroom teacher. We follow the Common Core state standards. So we have social studies, we do American history, our math programs from the US, and all of our English programs are as well.
But the Marshall Islands is not a US state like Hawaii, or an overseas US territory like Guam, Puerto Rico, or American Samoa. It's an independent sovereign nation recognized by the UN, which gained independence in 1986. So you might be wondering, why does the Marshall Islands have such deep ties to America? Following the end of World War II, the US took military and administrative control of the Marshall Islands from Japan. In 1983, the Marshall Islands signed the Compact of Free Association, which is an agreement establishing the relationships between the US and 3 Pacific Island nations, Palau, Micronesia, and the Marshall Islands. As part of the deal, the US provides $70 million a year supporting health, education, and infrastructure in exchange for full international defense authority. That's why the entire Marshall Island of Kwajalein is a US military base. It's also why I am able to permanently settle and work here without a visa, and likewise, Marshallese citizens can do the same thing in the US. I haven't been to the States in about 6 months, and it's really cool to feel so at home here in the Marshall Islands. If you're wondering about the cuisine in the Pacific, the locals mostly live off the land because it's expensive to import. But there is one natural remedy that grows in the ground of many islands, and if you consume it, it makes you feel drunk. It definitely numbs your tongue, like my lips are a little bit numb. When you drink it, how does it make you feel?
Feel relaxed. Like when you smoke marijuana, the feeling is almost like this.
It's good, numb, relaxed, make me feel relaxed.
Sakau, we don't kill people. You drink vodka, you kill people. Yeah.
How much did you drink already?
I feel calm, like relax my body.
Makes me weak. Cannot do my work.
Inside this coconut shell is a drink called Cava, or as the locals call it,
Sakau.
It's a thick, rough, and slimy drink that looks, tastes, and smells like mud. That looks just so gross. How much is a bottle if you want to buy one?
$6.
That's it? $6. Here in Ponape, the capital and biggest island of Micronesia, Sakau is readily available in households,
Big drink today.
yeah, villages, and in small makeshift bars on the side of the street. Okay, you can see all the cars are lined up here to go to the Sakau bar.
Russians have their vodka, Italians have their wine, Ponapeans have their Sakau.
It's the social drug of the island and is 100% legal.
This is your actual Sakau plant. It's been harvested, it's ready to be pounded.
Ponapeans drink it every single day.
For weddings, social gatherings, if you were to kill somebody and you just take the plant, you squeeze it, prepare it, you give it to the family, and then if they drink it, which means they accept your apology and you guys are good. Yeah.
So you're saying you can get away with murder by giving someone Sakau?
Supposedly, but don't kill anybody. Though.
No, we're not recommending people to die. But I learned that the preparation process is a holy experience in itself. They really take this stuff seriously. To make it, the roots are laid on a flat stone that they got from the river. Then they are pounded with rocks in a rhythmic beat, while the hibiscus plant is being extracted.
It's a skill to do this. You cannot just tear it. This is where the juice comes out of from. So they're gonna tie it, they're gonna soak it with water, and then squeeze it with the sapao. There's a chemical reaction between this hibiscus and the kava juice.
You mix it all together with water, twist it around to gather the juice into a slimy concoction and squeeze it out. You drink it, you get drunk. I thought it was only consumed by men in villages, but I found out that women equally drink it as well. It's a unique experience that's only found here in Ponape. If you think Cava is interesting, then you might enjoy learning about betel nut, which makes people look like they have blood in their mouths. All across Southern Asia and the Pacific Islands, you'll see people chewing a big ball of something with red stains all over their teeth and spitting it on the ground.
You just get a bit of a kick, a rush, a bit of sweat.
It's called betel nut, or as the locals call it.
Why?
I've seen people chew it in Myanmar, Sri Lanka, and Indonesia, but not even close to the level that I'm seeing here in Papua New Guinea. It's everywhere, and it's extremely addicting.
It's just become this, it's just spread throughout our country.
The locals on this island have a unique way of consuming it, with a mustard stick and a powder made of seashells and lime, and it has spread in recent years like wildfire. Boy is so dang popular that more than half of locals here chew it daily, from children to the elderly. What feeling does boy give you? How does it make you feel?
When I chew boy, I feel comfortable and happy.
It gives you a good day. Energy, give you strength, stimulate your blood to, maybe talk too much.
The epidemic is causing oral cancer numbers to skyrocket.
Papua New Guinea has the highest rates of mouth cancer in the world.
Betel nut comes from the seed of the areca palm. Its main ingredient is called arecaline, which affects the brain like nicotine. It's a stimulant that gives you euphoria, alertness, and happiness, and it's highly, highly addicting. Despite the health issues that it brings, boy makes up a large part of Papua New Guinea's economy. It offers jobs to tens of thousands of people who have stalls on street corners. They rely on selling it to survive.
2 kina for the pack. 5 kina for the bundle. What we're gonna about to do is chew the betel nut. It's a process where you mix the inner part here, the fruit, with the mustard seed, and this is called lime. It's seashells crushed with limestone.
Seashells from the ocean?
Yeah, seashells from the ocean crushed with limestone.
Just to get the skin off?
Yeah, the skin off. Yeah.
Really my first time. Cool.
So you're gonna feel a bit of some juices coming out.
Definitely feel a bit dizzy, sweaty. You've heard about the 7 wonders of the world, right? Well, the 8th wonder might just be found in Micronesia, and it dates back 2,000 years.
Well, this is the Nan Madol ruins, which is basically the beginning of our island.
Nan Madol is the hidden treasure of the Pacific, and to be completely honest with you, I hadn't heard about it until I arrived here.
Oh, this structure is for worship and burial for the king and queen.
How old is it?
2,000 years ago.
So right now I'm standing in the main structure where they had a bunch of ceremonies. The legend is that they killed people and they stored them right here below me.
It was built precisely on the eastern tip of the island facing where the sun rises, exactly.
Nan Madol was the capital of the Saudoler dynasty until the mid-17th century. The city is built on a beautiful lagoon with a complex system of canals connecting small artificial islands. It's about 1 mile long by a half-mile wide and contains 100 structures made of volcanic stone and coral. So my question is like, how the hell did they carry these stones?
That's the big question.
Where did they get them from?
Just look at it. How can you put that big rock up there thousands of years ago on this remote island?
It's like a puzzle how they fit it in, how they like cut the sides of all of them. It's like a big game of Tetris that they played thousands of years ago.
The Panapan theory is they use magic. It's levitation.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's also cool that we have this entire place to ourselves. Like if this was in a Western country, the line would be, you wouldn't even be able to get in. It'd be so crowded. That's what's so special about this place. It gives me that same feeling when I was at the pyramids of Giza, when I was at Angkor Wat, Machu Picchu. And the thing is here, it's so remote, they didn't have manpower. Like in Egypt, they had so many people, right? But here, they just had a couple thousand people. I cannot be more impressed by what I'm seeing, and it's so cool because it's so hidden. And let me tell you, this is absolutely the highlight of not only the Pacific Islands, but one of the best travel moments of my entire life. I want to tell you about a country that I'm guessing you've never heard of before, and is so small that the airport literally takes up the majority of the island.
Welcome to Tuvalu!
Tuvalu! I surveyed 29,000 people on Instagram, and 71% said they had never heard of Tuvalu. That's pretty absurd, considering that they're a real sovereign country with voting power in the UN. Tuvalu. Tuvalu. The name itself makes me curious.
So Tuvalu.
Tuvalu. But an American would say Tuvalu.
It's like to the loo. Like, you know, one time I was like, dude, that sounds like to the loo. To the loo.
It's the world's 4th smallest country with less than 10,000 people.
Just pretty much chill.
Only the Vatican, Monaco, and Nauru are smaller. This is the only prison here in Tuvalu. The front gate is not even closed. During the daytime, there isn't much happening. I'm walking down the main road here and there is nobody around. And it's always really hot. But around 5 p.m. every evening, as the sun starts to set, you will not believe what happens. The airport runway turns into a massive playground and the entire country is invited. Soccer, volleyball, basketball, rugby, running, and even their own invented sport.
This sport is called piano. It's a Tuvalu sport and it's only played here.
Do you play here every day?
Yeah, every day. Yeah.
Every night?
Yes.
What happens if there's a plane takes an emergency landing? What happens?
Usually they'll have a siren for it.
And is there a reason why they play here?
I think it's because it's the only big, large space that we have on the island.
So here's the island and here's the runway. It takes up the entire length. I'm standing right now exactly where our plane arrived just a few hours ago. If you remember, I showed all the people waiting in this little building, and now all the kids are playing soccer here. It's about 5 p.m. While this is one of the happiest environments I've ever seen, it's very sad that their playground is drowning. I just happened to visit Tuvalu during the highest king tide ever recorded, and I witnessed sea levels approaching the tarmac. It just keeps on creeping closer. Soccer games turned into water sports and splashing contests. People were walking through ankle-high water just to cross the airport. It was one of the most vivid and eye-opening scenes I've ever seen. The kids have no idea that they're playing in the ocean that will force all of them out of their beloved country in a matter of decades. If water levels keep rising, then the only airport will be forced to close down. And when that day does happen, nobody can leave the island unless they're on a boat. Tuvalu isn't the only country affected by climate change. Nearby Kiribati is projected to be fully underwater by the year 2100. You are looking right now at the Republic of Kiribati, a nation of 33 islands and atolls in the Central Pacific Ocean. From the sky, it looks like a tropical paradise with every shade of blue and green imaginable. But from the ground, it's a different story. And pay attention to what I'm about to tell you because it's very important. By the year 2100, a time when many of you watching this will still be alive, the country of Kiribati will be completely submerged underwater. This was a seawall right there?
Yeah, that was a seawall.
But why is it so small now?
It got washed away by the waves.
The waves washed away the seawall. That was a house?
Yeah, problem is I don't know where are the people now.
Did they move because of the tide?
Yeah.
You can actually see that because their remains are here. When was there land here?
Maybe around 5 years ago.
And now it's just empty.
Yeah, it's just empty.
There's nothing there. More than half of its 100,000 residents live on the main island called South Tarawa, which has a peak altitude of 3 meters.
Hey Drew, did you bring your oxygen mask?
No, why, man?
This is the highest point in Kiribati.
Which is only a few meters. There's the sea right behind us, and the road is right here. The island has one narrow road that connects most points, and everything runs through it. Food, water, buses, school kids, workers, you name it. But the problem is that this road is getting close to be wiped off the map. So we're here on the main road, and you can see the sand that comes right up to the tar, because last week?
Yeah, last week.
The waves came all the way up. They were forced to drive on this side of the road. Many people are talking about climate change like it's so far away in the future. Well, guess what? It's already happened here in Kiribati, and we need to find a solution to protect the lives of 100,000 people. It's truly heartbreaking to witness because they are some of the warmest and friendliest that I've come across in the Pacific. Do you speak English?
Yes.
What's your name?
My name is Laurel. My name is
They live right on the crossroads of the equator and the international dateline, which means they are the first people on Earth to watch the sunrise every morning. They are also the first community to feel the real impacts of climate change.
All our lives we've been dependent on the ocean. We got food from it, we got work from it, and now it seems possibly we could die from it. Sad.
The rising ocean has broken through freshwater ponds, destroying crops and forcing villagers to evacuate. Can you tell me a little bit about the rising water levels and how it's affected your personal home here?
Yeah, there's been increases.
So like, is he forced to leave his home?
At the moment they're not forced to leave, they're just forced to elevate where you can see it.
Is he physically building the wall himself?
Yes.
When did he start noticing that this is actually a problem?
He doesn't really remember clearly, but he says like it was during the 2010, and then they felt like there was an increase in the tide.
Got the pile of bricks over there. So like this is considered part of the wall?
Yeah.
But wouldn't the water come through there, I guess? Have you noticed any change in the rising sea levels?
A little bit. Because right now the trees are getting affected by the sea, so it's coming over their wall. There was a time when they noticed that like the water was like really hitting hard on that side.
Here's a new term for you: climate refugees. To prevent becoming a climate refugee, the Kiribati government has been sending locals to Australia and New Zealand for jobs where they start adapting to life outside Kiribati. The truth is that no one will be able to avoid the consequences of climate change. If a rising sea level won't directly affect your life, the other extreme weather events from climate change will. Around the same time when Kiribati disappears, southern parts of Europe will turn into a desert. Coral reefs will die, rainforests will crumble, natural disasters will become more frequent and severe. For Kiribati, it's already too late. They are the first country to pay the price for a rising water level. We must start asking ourselves what kind of future we want to build for our grandkids and generations to follow.
If you don't believe in climate change, then come visit Kiribati and you'll see for yourself. And if you believe in climate change, come visit Kiribati as well. And you'll see that climate change is not a problem for tomorrow or the future. It's a problem for today and now.
I hope that after hearing the story of Kiribati, you will take climate change more seriously in your daily life and actions. On a more positive note, let's turn our attention to the cultural wonders of the Solomon Islands, where many of the locals have natural blonde hair. It's natural. All of you have natural hair? When I think of blonde hair, I think of Sweden or Russia or the US or Australia, basically all countries with native white people. But in the Solomon Islands, people here are of Melanesian descent and mostly have darker skin. A quick Google search led me to a study by Stanford Medical School. It discovered that blondes make up 5 to 10% of the Solomon Island population, and the gene was not passed down by European explorers or traders. It's a completely homegrown genetic strand that only exists here. I think the baby has blonde hair too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Look at that.
He has blonde hair.
Why? Well, they don't exactly know. Maybe it's the sun exposure or their heavy diets of fish. Pulled over on the side of the road here to get some grilled fish and cassava. But whatever the reason may be, it's so cool to witness this bright blonde hair on people with dark skin. It's time to brighten our day by heading to the most well-known Pacific island of Fiji. I'm gonna take you around on a budget travel journey to see the main island of Viti Levu. I have just touched down in Nadi. It is 6:05 p.m. and the clock starts now. First order of business, hit the ATM. $100 US is about 212 Fijian bucks. It's time to see how far it can take me. I booked a hotel across the street from the airport, so I walked quickly to check in. Oh, beautiful. Not bad for 50 bucks a night. My local buddy James picked me up. What's up, man? Hey, man. Long time no see.
How's it, bro?
Good, how are you? And took me out to dinner to a local pizza joint, which was surprisingly good.
Cheesy cheers. Cheers.
I snagged a Fiji water at my hotel before bed because it's my all-time favorite. I am super tired from a long day of travel, so I'm going to get some rest and then wake up early at 6 a.m. for a surprise tomorrow morning. Alright, 6:30 a.m. Time to play a little golf. It's a beautiful morning out here. James and I are playing at Nauru Golf Club. There's no one out here, it's just an incredible track, and the sun is out. It was just raining earlier, so we're good. James was able to hook me up with a local price, which was pretty sweet. Golfing in Fiji is absolute paradise with the waving coconut trees and the views over the Pacific Ocean. This is the life. I mean, anytime I get a chance to play golf, I jump on it because it's my favorite sport. It's like therapy to be out here. Life is good. Oh yes. For lunch, we headed to the best fish and chips place on the island. All this food for about $5 US. They really don't mess around as it is freshly cooked to perfection. Nothing is more refreshing than washing the food down with a roadside coconut. Mula.
Hi, bro. Mula, bro.
What's up, bro? Can we get 2 coconuts?
Have a coconut? Yo.
Oh, you're fast, man.
Bro.
How many years have you been cutting coconuts?
10 years now, bro. Pigeon style. Can I make a spoon?
Yeah. Oh my god, you did that in one cut? So he just hand carved the spoon here and you just kind of do it like this? Wow, awesome. That's good, man. We headed into Nadi town to visit the market. This is all kava waiting to be sold. To get my favorite fruit, pineapple. Bula.
Bula. Where you from, brother?
I'm from the US.
Oh, the States, long way. The other side of the world, eh?
Yeah, man. Let's get a couple fresh ones.
Two each.
Oh, that was so good. Finally, we landed at the handcraft area to get something you might not expect, a cannibal fork. Fiji's cannibalistic past is no secret, and they are the last known country to have regular cannibals. All around the island, you will see reminders of their history in the form of wooden 4-pronged forks.
Bula. My name is Joe. In Fijian, we call this one Nazgula.
How did they use it, like the bottom part?
So they use it, this one like you just do on something like that, then you...
What part of the body?
Any part of the body. Brain or even the eyes like that.
And you just stab it and eat it?
Yeah, they just stab it like that.
Alrighty, it is 5:30 p.m. and I just got back to the airport to catch my flight to Tuvalu. Over the last 24 hours, I got a hotel room, a sizzling pizza, some Fiji water, a round of golf, fish and chips, a coconut, pineapple slices, and a cannibal fork for $99.14. Not every island in the Pacific is as lively as Fiji. If you travel 500 miles east, you will find the quiet country of Tonga, where everything is closed on Sunday. So I arrive in Tonga this morning and I get off the plane, I get in a cab, I go to my hotel, and everything just feels off. Something's really weird, and I realize that nobody's outside. All the shops are closed. It almost felt like a ghost town, and it was really eerie. And I was in the taxi ride like thinking, where am I? Am I on Mars? Like nobody is around. I wondered if there was a natural disaster, or maybe someone important passed away and they are all in mourning. I'm walking down the main street here in the capital of Tonga, and there is just nothing happening. It's so quiet out here. But after speaking with a few locals, I realized that today is Sunday, and Tonga is the world's only country that actually doesn't open up on Sundays. On Sundays, everything's closed, right?
Everything is closed.
When the king of Tonga was baptized a Christian, he said he ruled that Sunday everybody is to have their rest. It's also part of the upbringing. You're brought up not to do anything on Sundays.
It is illegal to work, unless of course you work in a hospital or police station. So we're pulling up by the airport right now, and it is completely closed.
The airport is closed.
You can get fined or even thrown in jail if you are seen working in public, as it is written in their constitution. You're not allowed to do any chores or play loud music. It's a day of rest.
On Sundays, Tongans only do 3 things. Rotu, kai, mohe. We only go to church, and we eat, and we sleep.
Tongans are quite religious people, similar to their Pacific Island neighbors. Over 97% of people here are Catholic and are strict churchgoers. You can find about 3 churches on every corner in this town, and the only sounds you can hear on the streets are church bells and prayers. I'm walking out to the main church in town to attend one of the afternoon ceremonies. Last but not least is the island of Guam, which is technically a US overseas territory, but it's rich in its own culture and vibe. Join me on an adventure across the island to see how many things I can get for $10.
Welcome to Guam!
What does Guam mean to you?
Guam is basically home, and you know, it's all about just family.
The people here are very nice, very kind, like good-hearted people.
When you come to Guam, you're well taken care of.
If you want to go to the beach, the water is so clean.
With a population of 170,000, Guam is the largest island in all of Micronesia, and it has a very interesting culture and history. It was a Spanish colony for over 300 years, then captured by the Japanese after Pearl Harbor, and after the war, it became an overseas US territory until today. That means they speak English, use US dollars, and they get US citizenship by birth, but cannot vote for president. The people living in Guam are a giant mix of indigenous, or Chamorro, Filipino, white, Japanese, Korean, and a huge mix of other Pacific Islanders. Basically, what that tells me is that you can find excellent food on the island, which is my mission in this video. Unfortunately, today is Sunday, which means that most things are closed and it's pouring rain outside, but I was still eager to explore. In typical fashion, I got in touch with a local friend through Instagram named Genevieve, and we are off to see the island. What's going on?
I'm pretty good. How are you today?
Nice to meet you.
Genevieve. Nice to meet you. Do you drink coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably gonna stop at a coffee place. It's called Coffee Slut.
Yeah, Coffee Slut?
Coffee Slut.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And excuse the profanity, you know, if there's little kids watching this, I'm sorry. You know, that's just the name of the restaurant, and apparently it's really good. Is everything on the beach in Guam?
I like to say so.
Pretty much. Cool, let's get some coffee. Hello. How are you? What do you want to get?
Just a nitro coffee.
So we do friendly, flirty, or slutty for sizes.
Okay, I'll have a friendly cold brew. This is my very first day in Guam right now.
Well, the coffee's gonna get you going.
Thank you so much.
I love that.
Did I order two?
No, this is just I wanted you guys to try it.
Oh, you gave us a free one. Thank you.
Yeah, that's our Kau. This is nitro. You can see the difference. You can see the foam.
Amazing. Okay, let's take it on the table outside. Cheers.
Cheers.
This looks awesome.
Happy Sunday.
Oh man, that's delicious.
It's gonna wake us up.
Oh yeah,
sure.
it's definitely gonna wake us up. It's about as good as coffee can get.
Yep.
That coffee hit the spot, and we're gonna head down the island to see all the beautiful wonders and sights of Guam. As we roamed around the island, I couldn't help but wonder, who are the people of Guam? What do you call people here?
So, if you are indigenous to the island, you have native blood in you, you would be called Chamorro.
So are you Chamorro?
I'm personally not Chamorro. I've been living in Guam many years. I was actually born here, but I am half Palauan, half Japanese. But if you are a resident of Guam or if you've been born here, you would be considered Guamanian.
When you introduce yourself, you would say I'm Guamanian?
Yeah, I would say I'm Guamanian, or I just say I'm from Guam.
We drove up to see a beautiful viewpoint, and I was approached by an adorable girl selling a local specialty. I couldn't say no. What do you have?
Coconut candy.
Coconut candy. That sounds delicious. I'll have one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you make this?
Yeah.
So what is this?
It's coconut candy.
Uh-huh.
I believe, I'm not mistaken, the way they process it, all the meat inside, they take it out and then I believe they boil it with sugar.
So it takes a long time to make that?
Yeah, it's a lengthy process.
Cool.
Have a
Wanna
little
try
bit.
some?
It should be sweet. And you have the texture of the coconut as well.
It almost is like you open a coconut and you pour some sugar on it
Yeah.
and you eat it.
Basically, that's what it is.
It's really tasty. And
Island food.
with a view. Let's go check out those cannons.
Some Spanish relics.
This looks extremely old. So the Spanish built 4 fortifications to protect from pirates. 16th century.
Yeah.
Wow, let's go check them out.
When you think about like how long it's been.
I know. Isn't it scary when you like put your head in front of a cannon? Now there's a bunch of trash inside, sadly,
Yeah.
but.
I know. But it's still standing after all these
Still
years.
standing. Wow. Now it all makes sense. This is just an unbelievable view. And the rain stopped.
Yes.
So the layover was absolutely worth it.
You're making the most of it.
Yep.
Visiting the island and
Super beautiful. And these green hills are just perfect.
yeah, very picturesque. It
Picturesque.
just surrounds us right now.
So right now, Genevieve and I are inside of this like old Spanish fortress. Very old, like hundreds and hundreds of years old. And it's so cool, you get this like little window. Pretty cool. What do you want to say about Guam to people that don't know what's happening here?
We need to have our own rights, man. We need to have our own indigenous rights.
Right.
Not left hand, but right hand.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Can you teach me some Chamorro?
Ugwai Zahao.
Ugwai Zahao.
I love you.
Oh, thank you. That guy was so full of life and so cool. And he was the kind of local that I was hoping to meet.
Yes, he's exactly, it's a great representation of just a Chamorro man.
Right, and he had really good coconuts and coconut sashimi,
Delicious.
so that was like a 10 out of 10 stop right there. The coconut sashimi just got my appetite started. Now I'm pretty hungry, but unfortunately all the street vendors are closed due to the pandemic. We searched and found only one place open that serves a local fusion. It's called the Jamaican Grill. Genevieve called her friend Hayato to meet us there. It's so ironic that we're going to a place called Jamaican Grill because Jamaica is one of my final 2 countries, and I was actually supposed to be there right now, like this exact day. So the fact that we're finding a Jamaican grill on the other side of the world is ironic and awesome at the same time. So let's do it, guys.
I think we'll probably just do the chicken calaguin. That's fantastic.
So it's like Jamaican inspired, but it's obviously local chicken.
Yeah, it's very fusion. Yeah, fusion. During the pandemic, this is one of the few places that was still open, and my God, the line, the orders was insane.
There it is. Thank you, sir. That looks just like the picture. So what are we looking at right now?
So this is a chicken calaguin. It's the deep fried tortillas, or what we call tortillas on Guam. We'll squeeze some of that lemon. You can either dip the tortilla inside with the chicken, or you can eat it separate. You're gonna love this.
Mmm. Oh yeah. Good?
Mm.
The face says it all, man. Incredibly delicious. These deep fried tortillas. Mmm. Food was delicious. Now we're moving onwards to explore the southern part of Guam.
We are right now at the Emerald Valley. It's a great place to stop by on the way over Southern Loop. A lot of Instagrammers love to come here, take their pictures on a beautiful day.
Oh, this is cool. Careful we don't fall in.
So people do swim in here, I personally don't recommend it.
That's perfectly see-through. You can see all the way down to the bottom.
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely got my Instagram pic here, and it was a nice break to take in the beauty of Guam. Truth be told, anywhere you go in the Pacific, you can find the most incredible nature, and it's just a pleasure to be here. As we headed back to our hotel, there was one more roadside snack that Genevieve wanted me to try. It's as local as it gets.
We just parked to try another local delicacy here. There's a beautiful fruit stand in front of us.
So I want to make him try some pickled papaya, which I believe is soaked in vinegar. And sometimes they put hot pepper, like those little chili peppers.
Yeah, everything's spicy here. How much is this?
$1.
$1? Great. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna try this pickled papaya that we just got on the side of the road. Here you go.
Okay.
It's like sour and spicy.
Nice good kick to it?
Really spicy. Is everything here spicy?
Yeah, we love spicy food. To me, this is just a kick.
Oh, this is really spicy. The spice completely overwhelms the papaya. I don't even taste papaya, I just taste spice, but it's really good. And definitely unique to Guam. And only $1.
Even though it was a short visit, I really enjoyed my time here in Guam. It's a place that most people have heard of but don't know much about, so I hope that through this video you were able to get a glimpse of life on the island. To wrap up this $10 video, I was able to purchase an iced coffee, a coconut candy, a coconut sashimi, chicken kalaguin, and pickled papaya for exactly $10.
The Pacific Islands are truly remarkable, and I hope you have the itch to visit after watching this documentary. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any travel-related questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. I'll see you guys in the next video.